The secret power of watching people, 10 life-changing skills. Most people go through life without really seeing what's happening around them. They walk into rooms and miss important signs. They talk to people but don't notice when someone is lying. They smile and nod, but they have no idea what's really going on. These people aren't stupid. They just don't know how to observe human behavior. But you're different. You're here to learn a special power, the quiet, invisible, unstoppable power of watching and understanding people. This skill separates smart people from everyone else. It lets you read people without saying a word. It makes you unforgettable and unbreakable. Schools don't teach this. Books rarely mention it, but spies use it. Leaders use it. CEOs, psychologists, and masters of human behavior all use this skill. Today, it will be yours. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more life-changing content like this. What do the best people have in common? Think about the best poker players, detectives, FBI agents, negotiators, and successful business people. What do they all share? They don't react first. They watch first. They walk into a room and immediately know who is nervous. They shake your hand and know if you're lying. They hear one sentence and understand your whole mindset. How? Because while everyone else is talking, they are watching. Let me tell you a story that will change how you see the world. The airport. Story: a man sits quietly in an airport waiting area. Next to him is a little girl, maybe 6 years old. She's holding a teddy bear, swinging her legs, and talking nonstop. "Daddy, do clouds move faster than planes?" She asks. "Daddy, do teddy bears get scared when they fly?" "Daddy, can I tell you a secret?" The man smiles and nods. He seems to be listening. But if you watch closely, you'll notice something deeper. His smile disappears when she looks away. His fingers shake on his coffee cup. His leg bounces, not from excitement, but from worry. And in his eyes, there is pain. Deep, quiet, hidden pain. Most people in the airport see a sweet father-daughter moment. But someone who knows how to observe sees a man preparing for goodbye, not a short goodbye. A final one. 2 hours later, you watch the man put a letter in the girl's backpack. He kneels down, hugs her tightly, and whispers, "Be strong for Mom." She doesn't understand yet, but the observer does. He boards a flight alone. What's the lesson? Watching people carefully shows you truth that words can't tell you. While the world sees smiles, you see signals. While others hear noise, you hear stories. This is the power we're going to unlock together. If you're finding this helpful, hit that subscribe button. We have so much more to teach you. Why observation changes everything, eh? Person who observes well can see a fake smile behind a compliment, notice fear behind confidence, detect insecurity behind arrogance, feel pain behind silence. They see people, not just acts. They feel truth, not just words. Here's the secret. When you observe more, you talk less. When you talk less, you reveal less. When you reveal less, people respect you and never underestimate you again. You become something powerful. Not just a follower or listener, but a watcher, a reader of human nature. This skill will help you understand your friends better, know who to trust, avoid being tricked, win job interviews and negotiations. Build emotional intelligence now. Let me teach you the 10 most powerful observation skills. Skill 1. Watch the eyes, not the mouth. Most people are fooled by words. They believe what someone says, even when the words are fake. But smart observers know that words lie. Eyes don't. The human face can smile. The voice can sound confident. But the eyes always tell the truth. In every conversation, the eyes show you if the person is truly happy or pretending, if they are confident or nervous, if they are hiding guilt, sadness, jealousy, fear, or love. The betrayal story: imagine 2 friends. One man betrayed his best friend. He lied, and his lie caused real pain. Now he stands in front of his friend and says, "I'm sorry, man. It was a mistake. It won't happen again." His voice sounds soft. His mouth says all the right things. His body looks calm. He even gives a small smile. But if you watch closely, you'll see something strange in his eyes. His eyes aren't looking directly at his friend. They move left and right like he's planning his next lie. He blinks too much, a sign of worry. His pupils are small, a sign of fear, not regret. That's the truth. His mouth said, "I'm sorry." But his eye said, "I'm scared of losing you, not because I feel bad, but because I don't want to face the consequences." The coffee shop story: a girl sits in a coffee shop, looking at her phone. Suddenly, a boy walks in, the one she secretly likes. She doesn't say anything. She keeps looking at her phone. But if you watch her eyes, they quickly look up when he's not watching. Her pupils get bigger. She blinks less. The corners of her eyes get softer, as if her face is smiling from the inside. That's not just interest. That's attraction without words. She said nothing, but her eyes told you everything. How to practice eye reading. Stop looking only at mouth. Start focusing on eyes. Look for these signals. Pupil size. Big pupils mean interest or strong emotion. Small pupils mean fear or stress. Eye contact. Strong eye contact means confidence. Weak eye contact means nervousness or lying. Blinking. Fast blinking means stress. Slow blinking means calm or deep focus. Eye movement. Looking up. Down or to the side when answering means they're thinking, hiding something, or planning. Don't react right away. Just watch. Let them show you who they are through their eyes. The eyes are controlled by the part of the brain we can't control. This means people can't fake what their eyes show. You can fake a laugh, a smile, or a compliment, but you can't fake the truth in your eyes. Subscribe to our channel to learn more. Secrets like this. Skill 2. Watch the feet. The most honest part of the body. Here's something most people don't know. When it comes to body language, the most honest part isn't the face. It's the feet. Why? Because most people try to control their face. They smile, even when angry. They look calm, even when scared. But they forget to control their feet. And feet always tell the truth. The job interview story: a man walks into a job interview. He's smiling, sitting straight, talking about his achievements. Everything looks perfect until you look at his feet. His feet aren't flat on the ground. They're shaking slightly. One heel is lifted up. His toes point toward the door. This means his body wants to run away, not stay. It means he's not confident. He's nervous and uncomfortable. The smart interviewer sees this and asks, "Why do you want this job?" Because he watched the feet, not just the smile. He already knows the man is faking confidence. The meeting story: in a business meeting, your team is discussing a new project. Everyone seems to agree. Everyone is smiling and nodding, but you look. Under the table, one person's feet are crossed tightly. Their foot is tapping fast. Their toes point away from the team. That's your signal. This person doesn't support the idea. Even if their face is smiling, they will resist quietly or cause problems later. You just saw the future by watching their feet. How to practice feet. Reading during conversations. Quickly look at people's feet under tables or while standing. Notice, are feet pointing toward someone? This shows interest. Are they pointing away? This shows distance or discomfort. Are they bouncing or tapping? This means worry or restlessness. Are they planted firm and still? This shows confidence. Start small. Watch people in coffee shops, waiting rooms, elevators. Don't make it obvious. Just notice. People don't train their feet to lie. They might train their voice and smile. But feet move from instinct, not thinking. If you're learning something new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Skill 3. Micro movements, the silent truth in small actions. Real truth is never loud. It hides in the smallest movements that most people ignore, or don't even see. A powerful observer isn't looking for drama. They look for the small twitch, the quick scratch, the sudden head turn, the tiny moment of hesitation, because that's where real emotion lives. Guilt shows up in touching the neck stress, appears in biting the lip where it lives in shoulder twitches. Lie hides behind sudden coughing. Most people don't notice. But you will doubt the classroom story. A teacher asks the class, "Who took the answer key from my desk last Friday?" The room goes quiet. One student, let's call him Tom, sits calmly. His voice is confident. His back is straight. He raises his hand and says, "Sir, I wasn't even here on Friday. I went home early. I don't know anything about it." Sounds honest, right? But you're watching, and you notice something. As soon as the teacher asked the question, Tom scratched the side of his nose. Not a normal itch. A fast, nervous scratch that happens when someone feels uncomfortable. Then as he spoke, he looked up and left. This is the direction people often look when they're making up a story, not remembering a real one. And just as he finished talking, he quickly touched the back of his neck. This is something the body does when it's under pressure or fear. Most of the class believed him. But the observer knows this boy isn't confident. He's hiding something. It wasn't his words. It wasn't his tone. It was those tiny movements that screamed louder than his whole sentence. How to practice micro-movement reading. Next time you talk to someone, focus on small movements. Fingers fidgeting, hand touching face, eyebrow, raising lip, biting sudden. Head tilting, clearing throat before answering. Watch what happens right before or after someone speaks. The moment before speech often shows the real emotion. Nervousness, doubt, or guilt. Don't stare. Just observe quietly. The more silent you are, the more you'll see people learn to control. Their face, they even learn to fake their smile. But tiny movements are automatic. They come from the nervous system, not the thinking brain. When you learn this skill, you unlock a superpower that almost no one else has. Small movements reveal big truths. Make sure to subscribe and share this with someone who needs to learn these skills. Skill 4. Listen to what they don't say. Everyone listens to words. Smart people listen to tone. But the most powerful observers listen to silence. They don't just hear what people say. They hear what people avoid, skip, or leave out. Because sometimes the most important part of a conversation is the part that was never spoken. The weekend. Story mother asks her teenage daughter, Sarah, "So, how was your weekend at your friend's house?" Sarah smiles. "Oh, it was great. We watched movies, stayed up late, ate pizza, just relaxed." The words sound normal, but you're watching carefully. Something's wrong. She mentioned movies, food, and sleep, but didn't say her friend's name once. She avoided eye contact only when talking about Saturday night. She never mentioned the parents being home. When mom asked, "Did you stay home the whole time?" Sarah laughed for no reason, then said, "Yeah, of course." But powerful observers know this laugh. It's not amusement. It's discomfort. You don't need to accuse her. You don't need proof. Her missing details, her emotional gaps, her strange silence around key questions. That's your answer. She didn't lie with her words. She lied with what she didn't say. How to practice listening to silence. When someone tells a story, ask yourself, what are they not mentioning? Are there gaps in the timeline? Do they skip people, places, or reasons? Do they hesitate when asked simple questions? Watch for people repeating questions back. What do you mean by that? They may be buying time to make something up. Pay attention to emotion mismatch. Are they too excited about something that should be serious? Too quiet about something that should be emotional? Ask soft follow-up questions and watch their body. Who else was there? What did you feel in that moment? What happened next? The answer or their reaction will tell you everything. Most lies are lies of leaving things out, not making things up. People hide more than they lie. They avoid, change subjects, skip details, and go vague. But if you listen to the silence, if you feel the space between their words, you will discover the hidden truth. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're building a community of people who want to understand human nature better. Skill 5. Notice the timing, not just the words. Most people focus on what someone says, but powerful observers focus on when and how they say it. Timing is everything in human behavior. The speed, delay, rhythm, and hesitation in a person's voice often shows more truth than the sentence itself. Think of it like music. A note played at the wrong time sounds wrong. A pause in the middle breaks the rhythm. A fast beat means tension. A slow melody means sadness. Humans are the same. We all speak with rhythm. When that rhythm changes, something's happening inside. Timing signals to watch for. Hesitation before answering equals uncertainty or lying answering. Too quickly equals prepared lie. Or fake confidence, fast talking equals nervousness or trying to control the conversation. Sudden pause equals emotional discomfort or fear over explaining after delay. Equals trying too hard to sound innocent. The boyfriend story. A woman asks her boyfriend, "Where were you last night after 9 p.m.? Watch this closely." He smiles immediately and says, "After 9? Oh yeah, I was just at Mike's place playing video games. Nothing big. Sounds normal." Not to a true observer. Here's what's wrong with the timing. He answered too quickly. No thinking, no memory search. He didn't ask for clarification, like, "Why do you ask?" Or "What do you mean?" Which innocent people often say. He used the word just and nothing big, common words to make things sound harmless. Most importantly, he smiled too fast, even before answering. This often means he already prepared the response in his head. The problem isn't the words. It's the speed, rhythm, and smoothness. Real memory takes time. But lies are often delivered fast and polished out. How to practice timing observations. Listen to the gap between question and answer. Is it too fast? Too slow? Does it feel too perfect? Watch if they repeat your question before answering. What do you mean? Or after 9 p.m. This is often real processing, not lying. Listen for overly rehearsed timing. When someone sounds like they're reading a script, be careful. Real answers flow naturally. Fake ones often feel too smooth. Pay attention to when people change there. Speaking speed. Do they speed up when changing topics? Do they slow down during emotional questions? Let people talk. Don't interrupt. You'll learn more from when they speak than from what they say. Timing is controlled by the emotional brain, not the logical brain. When people are relaxed, their answers come naturally. When stressed, their rhythm changes. Subscribe now to master. More skills like this. Your future self will thank you. Skill 6. Observe repeating patterns. Behavior is a loop. This is one of the most powerful skills because humans don't behave randomly. They repeat themselves over and over in cycles, habits, and tiny patterns. Most people don't change their behavior. They repeat it daily, weekly, monthly. Once you learn to spot someone's behavior pattern, you can predict their next move, their true personality, and even their future. What powerful observers notice? Do they always blame others when things go wrong? Do they always change the subject when things get emotional? Do they always complain but never take action? Do they always laugh when nervous? Do they always need to be the smartest in the room? 1 or 2 times might mean nothing. But 3 times or more, that's a pattern. And patterns tell the real story, not words. The friend story. You have a friend named Alex. Alex says, "This year is different. I'm going to fix my life. No more quitting. I'm serious." Do you believe him? He joins a gym, starts a new job, wakes up early. But a few weeks later, he stops replying to messages. He quits the gym. He's late to work again. He says, "It's just stress. I'll bounce back." 3 months later, he repeats the same cycle again. And again, most people believe Alex every time because he says the right things. But a true observer sees something deeper. Alex doesn't change. He just rotates. He's not serious about growth. He's serious about feeling better temporarily. You don't need to fight him or lecture him. You simply observe. His pattern speaks louder than his promises. How to practice pattern recognition. Track behavior across time, not just moments. Watch how people behave when they're stressed, happy, sad, or angry. Look for what they do again and again. Listen for repeated phrases. "It's not my fault. Nobody understands me. I'm just tired." Watch how they behave with different people. Are they always nice to bosses but rude to waiters? Do they always interrupt quiet people but respect confident ones? Keep mental notes, not to judge, but to understand. This person always plays the victim. This person always tries to win. This person always runs when things get hard. Focus on one bad moment. Look for the loop. Psychology tells us that past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior. If you want to know what someone will do next, Don't listen to their goals. Watch their history. People say, I'll change. But a true observer asks, have you changed before? Or are you just repeating? Hit that subscribe button if you want to predict people's behavior like a pro. Skill 7. Study their clothing and grooming. Observation isn't just about watching what's alive. It's also about reading what someone puts on their body. Clothing isn't just fashion. It's a message. It's a signal of how people see themselves, what they want others to believe about them, their emotional state, and their desire to impress. Hide, rebel, or belong. Every person, even those who don't care about fashion, is still making a statement with what they wear and how they wear it. The hotel lobby story. A man walks into a hotel lobby. Everyone turns to look at the loud guy wearing a shiny gold watch. Big sunglasses, designer jacket, expensive cologne, and shoes so bright they reflect the lights. People whisper, he must be rich. But in the corner, another man walks in quietly. He's wearing a simple dark shirt and plain pants. His shoes are clean but not expensive. His watch is old, hair neat, face calm. Nobody notices him. Nobody thinks he's important, but the receptionist rises before he even speaks. Because she knows he owns the hotel, this man doesn't dress to impress. He dresses to feel at peace. His clothes aren't loud because his identity is strong. Now you, the observer, understand something deeper. The loud man is performing wealth. The quiet one is carrying it. You learn the truth without anyone saying a word. What to observe in clothing. Color choices. Dark colors might mean they want to hide or feel powerful. Bright colors might mean they want attention. Cleanliness shows respect for themselves and others fit. Too tight or too loose might show body image issues. Repetition. Same style often means comfort or lack of confidence to try new things. Often the most honest part of an outfit. Hair and grooming. Sharp or lazy, clean or messy. How to practice clothing observation. Watch people in public. How do they dress when relaxed versus when working? Do they follow trends or wear the same clothes often? Do their shoes match their outfit or look neglected? In conversations, notice. If someone constantly adjusts their outfit, they may be nervous. Do they overdress in casual situations, trying to prove something? Do they underdress in formal spaces, maybe rebellious or insecure? Watch for outfit changes over time. Someone dressing darker after heartbreak. Someone switching from baggy to fitted clothes could mean body confidence or identity shift. Never judge by fashion taste. This isn't about what looks good. This is about emotional communication. You're not reading style. You're reading self-image. Clothing is the one thing people control completely. So when they pick it, repeat it, or hide in it, they're showing you a conscious piece of their inner world. Subscribe to learn more ways to read people's hidden messages. Skill 8. Listen for repeated words and phrases. People don't just speak from their mouth. They speak from their patterns of thought. Nothing shows someone's mental programming more clearly than the words and phrases. They keep repeating without realizing. Their favorite sentence, their emotional escape words, their excuse vocabulary, their mental walls, these all reveal their inner fears and invisible needs. The coworker story. You have a coworker named David. Every time someone asks, how are you? He smiles and says, I'm fine. Every single time. Even on days when he looks exhausted. Even when his voice is flat. Even when he looks pale. Even when you see him sitting alone, lost in thought. Still the same sentence. I'm fine. You, the observer, pause. You start listening to the fact that he says nothing else. No stories, no real response, no emotion behind the words. You realize this isn't a greeting. This is a shield. David has built a wall made of just 2 words. I'm fine. He uses it to hide what he doesn't want others to see. He doesn't want attention. He wants protection. Now, you understand something most people miss. He's not okay. He's hiding behind repetition, common repeated phrases and what they mean, positive repeats. Everything happens for a reason. Equals trying to feel in control. Negative repeats. I'm always tired. Equals avoiding responsibility or feeling overwhelmed. Defensive. Repeats. Trust me equals often said by people who aren't trustworthy. It's not my fault. equals avoiding responsibility. How to practice phrase recognition to people carefully. What phrase do they use in every conversation? Don't just hear the phrase. Ask yourself, what emotion is behind this? Are they protecting themselves? Are they trying to be liked or feared? Keep track of your own repeated lines too. You'll start understanding yourself better. Notice the tone shift when they say their repeated phrase. Are they joking? Serious? Using it to avoid something deeper? People repeat what they believe, and they repeat it most when they don't feel safe. These repeated phrases are like emotional leaks. If you learn to listen truly, you'll hear someone's entire life story in the same 5 words they use over and over. Don't forget to subscribe. Understanding people's patterns will change your relationships forever. Skill 9. Watch how they treat the powerless. You can fake a smile. You can dress well. You can speak with charm. You can control your eye contact and tone. But there's one moment when people show you their real self. When they're with someone who has no power, no status, no fame, no value to offer. How a person treats someone who can do nothing for them. That is their true identity. The true test story. Are in a fancy restaurant. There's a businessman talking to the manager, smiling, laughing, using charming words. He seems confident, polished, respectful. Then a young waiter accidentally spills a tiny drop of water near the businessman's sleeve. The businessman steps back and snacks. Can't you be more careful? Stupid. He doesn't yell. He doesn't curse. But his tone changes. His eyes go cold. His smile disappears. He looks at the waiter like a problem, not a person. The waiter apologizes softly. The businessman doesn't even respond. Now you, the observer, just saw something most people missed. That man's charm is only for the powerful. To the powerless, he shows his real face. What to watch for. When someone interacts with a lower status person, notice, do they smile the same way? Do they listen or interrupt? Do they say thank you or act entitled? Do they use their name or ignore them? Do they try to show dominance or create connection? The golden rule of character. Watch how people behave with waiters. Drivers, cleaners, receptionists, security guards, anyone below them in status, money, or power. Compare their behavior with how they treat their boss, their crush, or their rich friend. If there's a difference in tone, posture, energy, or language, they are not truly kind. Trust this rule. If they're rude to the waiter, they'll be rude to you someday too. This is the purest test of character in the world. People don't feel the need to impress the powerless, so they become lazy in their manners. That's when the truth slips out. You're not judging, you're observing what others ignore. This gives you emotional protection and wisdom. Subscribe to protect yourself with knowledge like this. Skill 10. Stay calm so you can actually see the truth. You've now learned 9 amazing observation skills. But none of it matters if your mind is noisy. You can't observe when you're emotional, angry, overthinking, or when your ego wants to be right. The more you talk in your head, the less you see with your eyes. True observation requires inner silence. You must learn to be still even when others aren't. The broken mirror story. Imagine you're standing in front of a mirror, but the mirror is cracked and shaking. No matter how clear the room is behind you, the mirror shows a distorted, broken image. That's what happens when your mind is full of anger, ego, judgment, anxiety, or drama. You're not seeing people as they are. You're seeing them through the broken lens of your emotions. To observe clearly, you must first fix the mirror. And that mirror is your mind. How to stay calm while observing. In every conversation, remind yourself, I am here to see, not to react. Pause before responding. Even 2 seconds of silence will give you more power than 1,000 fast words. Breathe slowly during interactions. Calm breath equals calm brain equals clear observation. Remove your personal filter. Don't observe based on your mood or past experiences. Observe based on the other person's real signals. Say less. Watch more. The quieter you become, the more the world reveals. Observation is not just an external skill. It's an internal discipline. You cannot control people, but you can control your attention. The most powerful observers are not the loudest. They are The calmest, they don't chase attention. They don't jump to react. They simply watch silently, wisely, patiently. That's why they always see the truth long before anyone else does. Your new superpower, now you know the truth. Most people walk through life blind, not because they can't see, but because they never learned how to observe. But you're different now. You've learned to read the eyes, hear the silence, catch the patterns, feel the truth hidden in smiles. Timing and habits understand people without them saying a word. You're no longer just a listener or talker. You're a watcher, a silent reader of the human soul. This changes everything because when you observe more, you speak better, think clearer, choose wisely, protect yourself from lies, and attract respect without trying. This isn't just a skill, it's a superpower. The power to see people for who they really are, not who they pretend to be. A word of wisdom: use this power wisely. Not to judge, not to control, but to protect your peace, build deeper connections, and live a life that's guided by truth rather. Been fooled by noise? The quietest person in the room is often the one who sees the most. Now that person is you. If this guide helped you, if you learned something powerful, if you felt something change inside you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss content. That can transform your life. Share this with someone who needs it. The world is full of noise, but real power belongs to those who observe. Remember, stay silent, stay sharp, and stay powerful. I'll see you in the next one, where we'll dive even deeper into the secrets of human nature. Thank you for joining our community of observers. Your journey to understanding people and yourself has just begun.